Sri VENU Krishna. We heard till yesterday the gopis, the sakhis, they have been discussing or talking, speaking with each other about the glories of the flute of Krishna. We don't know what austerities this flute has performed. Because of them, this flute of Krishna is taking away our wealth from us. It's carrying our wealth. What is our wealth? Our wealth is always resting, residing on Krishna's lips. So, in reality, if anyone's life is a success, then that is this flute. So this flute is so fortunate. There's no doubt about it actually, because it's always drinking the nectar from Krishna's lotus lips. But because it has got such great fortunate, it's so fortunate that it's taking our wealth away from us, but it has become so arrogant, so egoistic, this flute. There's no doubt that the one who is getting the association of Krishna, that person should definitely feel that he is very fortunate, but they should not get pride. There should not be any ego. So there are two different things here. I am a devotee of Krishna. It's a good ego, good real ego. But this ego should not get on our head. It should not make us pride. We should be careful in that. So this flute is always getting the association of Krishna and also getting the nectar of Krishna, but that has made him what? Non-humble. The word used here is durmanit, means egoistic. There's no humbleness in this flute of Krishna. And we can't tolerate that. It has become so egoistic that we can't tolerate it. That's why the gopis have this name. There was some name which Maharaj took, and as per that, it means only they have right on Krishna's wealth, the gopis. Why are you saying that this Venu is so egoistic, gopis? We can ask this question to gopis. Yes, it's right that this flute is getting this association of Krishna. So it should be having some good pride in it. This is justified. But this is not justified that it's taking our wealth from us. Krishna is our wealth. And this flute is just enjoying with Krishna. And it's always with Krishna, the flute. The wealth which is for us to enjoy, bhog sampatti. The Venu, the flute thinks that Krishna is his wealth. Krishna's nectar is for him. No, no. That's for us. That has made him egoistic. The example here is Krishna took birth in Govansh. Gopis are giving justification for this. Gopvansh means in cowherd family, and we also took birth in that family, community. So gopis here are connecting their community with Krishna's community because they all are from cowherd families. Krishna is our wealth. They are showing our wealth. They are showing their possessiveness for Krishna. Krishna took birth in cowherd family. We also took birth in cowherd family. Since childhood, we have love for each other. Gopis are saying this. He is our beloved. That is why in, on Krishna's nectar, it's only our right. They are only our wealth. In love, they are completely helpless in love, gopis. And in that helpless situation, now they are showing their relationship with Krishna. Krishna is only our wealth. Why? This is Madhya Bhav. You are mine. And what is Tadya Bhav? I am yours. So gopis are saying this with pride, real ego. Krishna took birth in a cowherd family. We also took birth in cowherd family. He is a gop, and we are gopi. Like if you say someone, if you ask Krishna, "Oh Thakurji, oh Krishna, what what do you like to be the most? You you want to be the king, Dwarkadish, or you want to be the Ishwar of Mathura, Mathureshwar? What is your real identity, real Swarup? Okay, in Golok you are Bhagwan." So Krishna says with pride, what he says, "I am a gop." This abhiman, this pride of being a gop, it's inside Krishna. It's inside Krishna. He has this pride that I'm a gop. It's very supreme. He always has this pride that I am a gop. I belong to gop community. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, around 540 years back, he took birth in Sridham Mayapur. Mahaprabhu's grandfather, Nilambar Chakrabarti, he was a great astrologer. So Mahaprabhu, when he took birth, he Nilambar Chakravarti made his charts, horoscope. He checked his, stars and all those things, constellations. So when he was checking that time, it was asked that when Mahaprabhu grew up, so then this question was asked. He asked what I was in previous birth. So Nilambar Chakravarti said, "You were a great personality in your previous birth." Mahaprabhu said, "You all are wrong. You all are wrong. Why? I was a gope in my last birth, a cowherd boy. This gope community, this pride of being a gope, Krishna never leaves. All the time, he has this in his mind, I am a gope." So today, gopis got the same point. Since childhood, we all have love. Now we have grown up. So he is our lover, our beloved. That's why on Krishna's nectar is only our complete copyright, because we belong to gop community. Because of this formula, he is a gopa, we are a gopi. Since childhood we have love relationship. He is our beloved. So who has the right on the Krishna's nectarian nectar? We have the right. We will drink it. But this egoistic nirlaj means bad. He took away our copyright. He is drinking that nectar of Krishna from Krishna's lotus lips. Since yesterday we heard, oh ho, gopis were saying that this flute is so fortunate, and look at us, we are so unfortunate. What we want to become? We want to become flute. Yesterday we heard this. Now today what gopis are saying? How how bad this flute is, that they are showing their anger, basically, gopis. This is the level of love, where sometimes at times gopis are showing their humbleness, and sometimes they are showing their anger. In both situations, one thing is common. That is, what is common? Possessiveness. Gopis are possessive for Krishna. There is a reason for being angry, and there's a reason for being humble. So, this love is making them speak like this. Sometimes anger, sometimes humbleness. That is why it is said in Braj, Krishna dances, Radharani dances, gopis, they dance. And who makes them dance? Love. And seeing all of them, what does love do? Love also dances in Braj, seeing all of these personalities dancing. So when strong, deep, condensed attachment develops, that takes a vikral form, means great form, biggest form. What is that biggest form? Possessiveness. Obsessed, yeah, possessiveness. Like here in America, there's some wildfire in the forest. So fire starts at a very small level, but gradually it becomes very wild, dangerous, wildfire in the forest. Similarly, in love, this attachment starts at a small level, and then as it grows up, gradually it takes a huge, big form, and that is called what? Possessiveness. Attachment to possessiveness. In Hindi, it will be called as abhiman. Abhiman of you are mine. I have complete right over you. You are my everything. You are my everything. Sarvasya. I have my complete right on you. So with this feelings, there is some humbleness, humility, and sometimes anger. It's not material anger, it is transcendental anger. So here, gopis, initially they were saying, yesterday we heard that we want to become a flute. This is so fortunate. But today they are explaining, no, no, no. It is very egoistic. It has no shame. He is taking our birthright, constitutional right. Only we have the right over Krishna's nectar. And this flute of Krishna is just continuously drinking Krishna's nectar, always associating with Krishna. And it doesn't even feel shy or bad. And it's like creating a wall between us and Krishna. So gopis here. Oh, okay. This is like a transcendental jealousy. Jealousy towards the Venu. Because Krishna is ours. We have complete right on Krishna. So why this Venu has come? It did not take birth from the womb of a gopi. It's not a gopi. We are a gopi. And Krishna is a gop. It is our complete birthright to take Krishna's nectar. How dare this Venu god, this flute god, this right? Here, because of jealousy, we can see that there is some, um, but it's actually their possessiveness. Gopis are thinking that we might lose Krishna. This flute is taking Krishna away from us. So Gopi can't be quiet. So if gopis are quiet, then there is no love. They have to speak there. They have to speak there. They have to. So here gopis are now, because they are so much in love, the gopis. That is why they are speaking like this, actually, gopis. And they are saying, we took birth in Gop community, and why are we deprived of Krishna's nectar? And this Venu with this flute took birth in a tree community and still drinking, taking all the nectar of Krishna. So gopis are saying here, we took birth in Gop community. Okay, let's repeat. And this Venu took birth in which community? In the family of trees, because it's a bamboo. So how come it has the right over Krishna's nectar and association? It's our right, complete our right. This is one feeling they expressed, the gopis. But in all these feelings, there's nothing negative. They are helpless in love, the gopis. So their senses are not working. The brain doesn't work. When we are so helpless in love, we just speak random stuff. Random stuff means we don't think properly. Sometimes anger, sometimes jealousy, sometimes humility, sometimes possessiveness. Who is behind all these feelings? Who is the king? That's love. Transcendental love, by the way, not material love. The king is this love. Gopis here spoke about their childhood, how we used to meet with Krishna. So gopis met Krishna, they saw each other, and love at first sight took place, and love happened, and there was no love in Golok earlier. Ordinary people think like this. They say like this. No, their love is eternal. It's not of this pastime. They are the inhabitants of Golok Vrindavan. So on earth, when they come and perform their pastimes, they show as if their love has just started now. Radharani saw Krishna, Krishna saw Radharani, and Sita ji saw Lord Ram. Like, did not they have love earlier? When they took birth on this earth, they met, only then their love manifested? No. They are they are Nitya, eternal husband wife in Saket Dham. But here on earth, when they come in Ayodhya, and Sita ji took birth where? Janakpur, Nepal. So that's why Sita ji is known as Janaki. Janakpur, Nepal. She took birth there. She's like her father's name is given to her. Janak Maharaj's daughter, Janaki. Janak Maharaj's daughter. So Ramji's guru, Vishwamitra, he went to pluck flowers for his guru. There it was Sita ji. She was also with the friends there, taking flowers for puja, for worship. And they were plucking flowers, and then Ramji came from the other side, Sita ji came from other side, and they looked at each other, and they continuously were seeing each other, and their eyes were not even blinking at that time. Eyes are not blinking, they are just staring at each other. What are they seeing in each other? Sita and Ram. This is not new love. No, it is eternal. Eternal love from Ayodhya, Saket Dham. That is why they are. So similarly, Sri Radha ji and Krishna, when they look at each other, then it's not that their love just manifested. This love is also eternal. So when That is why they are remembering their childhood um, memories. So now they're speaking like this in anger, gopis, that this flute is a part of tree family. It's a part of the trees because it's made of bamboo. And why it is getting all the nectar of Krishna? Yashoda Maya, the day Krishna, she tied Krishna with a rope, that same day Krishna's famous name Damodar became famous. And since that day we have love for from with love for Krishna. Gopis are recalling old memories, old memories, old pastimes. It is such a beautiful dialogue, beautiful conversation. Today they are saying that from where our prem is there for Krishna, the day Nishodamaya tied Krishna with a rope. Since that day we have love for Krishna. It's not a love of few months back. It's eternal love. In this love, there are some ingredients. It's parakiya prem. Parakiya prem. So there are two types of feelings, swakiya and parakiya. The queens of Dwarka, they have swakiya love. Swakiya means they are mine. They are my married wives. And gopis are Radharani Parkiya Bhav. Parkiya means not mine but still mine. Got married to someone but love with Krishna. That's Parkiya. In Parkiya Bhav, the ingredients, there are some special nice ingredients. Like when we make a laminate, we have some ingredients for that. We use them: salt, water, black pepper, lemons, like that. So even Parkiya Bhav has some ingredients. Which are those? So Rupa Goswami has explained this in Ujjwal Nilmani. Yes, there are so many devotees here who are fan of Rupa Goswami. They want to hear about Rupa Goswami. So this book, Ujjwal Nilmani, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, these books, they are PhD books of Rupa Goswami. Even while training, and then these books can be read. Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These three moods are described in detail by Rupa Goswami in this book. But in Ujjwal Neelmani exclusively only speaks about Madhurya Ras in detail. All the details they can be found in Shri Ujjwal Neelmani about Parkya Ras, Madhurya Ras. In that it is explained Parkya Bhav just doesn't mean, oh yeah, someone else's wife, but she loves Krishna. There are more things to know about it. And one of that is Durlabta, rare. It's not easy to meet with Krishna and Parkya Bhav. Very difficult to meet with Krishna and Parkya Ras. Both hanker to meet each other. And and such situation comes that as if meeting is just going to take place, but then it doesn't. It just gets cancelled. So separation is painful. But there's some one positivity in separation, it enhances love. It increases love. There's this one positivity in separation. It enhances love. Without separation, our Gurudev used to say, that separation dance on the head of meeting. Like someone says that I have got It is painful because meeting is not so easy for Radha and Krishna. But then this separation increases love and parkeras. Sometime, one day we will pick up this book, Ujjwal Neelmani. It's a very high and deep topic. You try to read it yourself because it's difficult to explain. Where Radha and Krishna, there's no difference in Radha and Krishna. They are same, not different. Are we different from Krishna or not? Jiva Goswami said in Sandarbha, Bhed Abhed. Bhed Abhed. And that Bhed Abhed, there's a special term used for that, Achintya Bhed Abhed. This is a philosophy. Achintya means inconvincible. Bhed means difference. Abhed means no difference. We are part and parcel of Krishna, there's no difference. But seriously no difference? We are Krishna and where are we? He is transcendental and we are material. He is divine and we are materialistic. Small insects of this world we are. So there is difference. This is the philosophy of our sampradaya. There is huge difference. Huge difference and very less indifference. And other philosophies of different sampradaya is actually Ramanacharya philosophy is what? Vishishta Advaitavad. In that it is explained that difference, abhet means difference, is okay. Sorry, indifference is sorry I missed it. Indifference is more and difference is less. Opposite. Achintya abheda bhed. Achintya means inconvincible. Oneness and difference. Same. Simultaneously. Simultaneously, oneness and difference. Because we are Krishna's part and parcel. It is said in Bhagavad Gita. Jeev is Krishna's ansh. But are we directly part and parcel of Krishna? No, not direct. Indirect. We are Tatas Shakti of Krishna. There are three Shakti energy of Krishna: Antaranga, Bahiranga, Tatastha. Antaranga Shakti means Radharani, Bahiranga Shakti means Mayaji, and we are marginal, middle, like 3G. Radhaji, Mayaji, and Badajiv. That's why we are known as Tatastha energy. That means beach. You go to Jagannath Puri, one side is the ocean, another side is complete land. In the middle, there is a subtle line that's called beach, where land and water meet together, and from there they separate as well, land and water, water and land both. That's called Tat, the beach of the ocean, shore, seashore. Our birth took place from here, Tatas Shakti. But this Shakti belongs to whom? Krishna. That is why we are part and parcel of Krishna, but not direct but indirect. And this is this is said bhed abhed, difference and not difference, simultaneously. Simultaneously, there is difference between us and Krishna, and yet there is no difference between us and Krishna. But difference is huge and indifference is less, as per our Sampraday's philosophy. Earlier, this used to happen. People used to eat meat, do bad things, drink alcohol, and no, they won't follow any dharma, especially They would give bali, animals sacrifice of animals, and they would eat them. How they eat, we don't know. How can they eat animals? I never understood this logic till date. There's no taste in that. You you kill an animal and then you eat it. They add some spices, they make a gravy. So the taste is not of the animal, it's the taste of the spices actually. So those spices, same spices, why can't they just add in lentils and vegetables and eat it? But they have to eat animals like that. And in the forest, the animals, they have no spices and gravy in there. They just grab an animal and eat it. A lion doesn't add any spices to the deer. No, wait, let me add some black pepper or salt or turmeric or garam masala or chole masala. Wow. And then the lion takes the deer with so many spices. It's not like that. They just grab the animal and then just eat it. But we have spices. Someone who is a human and still eat animals, they actually relish the spices, not the animal. But when animals were being killed, then Lord Buddha appeared. There are two Buddhas. One is Bhagwan, manifestation of Krishna, who was born in Nepal, near Nepal. Another is Shakya Singh Buddha, who is also known as Gautam Buddha. He was born in Gaya, at Gaya, which is in India. So there are two Buddha, not one Buddha. And what he preached, what they preached, ahimsa paro dharma, leave non-violence, leave violence. Sorry, they they preached to stop animal sacrifices, and then everybody became followers of Lord Buddha. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Everyone started following Lord Buddha. Even great kings accepted. Ashoka the Great, he accepted this Buddhist religion. He was a great king of his time. He fought wars, he killed so many people. Still, he had no peace of mind. He was expanding his borders. He got huge empire, but he was not happy. We used to read this in history, Ashoka the Great. Then he realized, I have so many things, but I'm still not happy. Then he accepted Buddha religion. This in India, we have this chakra in our flag, Indian flag, that's taken from Ashoka. But Ashok, the king, he accepted Buddha religion, Buddhist. From here, this religion became famous. When a king accepts the religion, the subjects also follow. Other people, when a actor sings Hare Krishna and chants and dances, and all his fans would also chant Hare Krishna. It's very simple. George Harrison, Srila Prabhupada's disciple in 1960s, it was a big musical group, Beatles, world famous musical band, the Beatles from London. And George Harrison, he became a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He got so attracted to Srila Prabhupada. And George Harrison, when he became his disciple, and all his followers became what? They were also chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So George Harrison sang such a beautiful song in English, The Sweet Lord. You can hear this on YouTube. It became so famous till date. No other song has become so famous. As much as this song became, millions of people still hear this song. You can hear this on YouTube. Prabhupada became very happy with him. I cannot live without you. Something like that. So he says these words for Bhagwan, George Harrison. So this is how Buddha religion came in the limelight, but it has no preaching. It doesn't preach anything. It just says everything is void. We all came from zero and we have to become zero. And we're gonna just get add to zero. This is called this like vacuum, voidism. Vacuum has nothing. Vacuum has at least vacuum. So this is the philosophy of Buddhism, which was essential at that time, but not very essential. Buddha's philosophy was required just to save animals, which was okay. But what was the preaching that time? No preaching. And Bhagwan can't be zero. So that Buddha, his to reject his philosophy, someone was required. What comes from zero? Beyond zero. One. And then who came? Advaitvad. Shankaracharya appeared. Manifestation of Shiva. You all watch news on Facebook. This Mahakumbh right now taking place in India. And there you will see so many followers of Shankaracharya. Naga Sadhu, they are naked sadhus. They have big beards. They have ashes on them. They play dambru. They have this trident in their hand. You know how many people are expected? I don't know which day is the bath. More people than America's population for this Kumbh Mela in India. The entire population of India one side, and more than that, just people would come just to take a bath in Ganges in this Mahakumbh. They even beat the population of America. So many people would come. Nagas. They sit in fire, they sit in ice, and they perform austerities. Yogis, tapasvis, they sit in Himalayas, they don't eat anything. For 6 months, they won't eat anything. They would just perform austerities, tapasya. Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Suraj Thakur Prabhupada said, are, are they devotees? Do they know the glories of Radharani? Do they know Mahaprabhu? Do they know Parkya Bhav? Do they know Rupa Goswami? So what would they get by doing all this? They won't get anything. They will just get results of their austerities. So Shankaracharya came 1,000 years back. Who was Shankaracharya? So we are hearing VENU GEET, but from where this came, this is all essential to hear. This is philosophical part. You eat sweets daily, then even this sweet become boring. You need some spices in between to enhance the taste of the sweets. So Shankaracharya was who? Shankara Sakshat Shiv he. Lord Shiva himself came as Shankaracharya. Some other time we will discuss this in detail. But what did he preach? Oneness, one. Buddhism preached zero, and Shankaracharya preached one. Buddha did not accept Vedas. He accepted everything as zero. But Shankaracharya said you have to accept Vedas, but Vedas say everything is one. Nirakar Niranjan, Shakti. There's no difference. Everything is one. When we were small children, mother said, Oh, my dear son, please go to the fields and just count the eggplants in the fields. So Shankaracharya, when he was small, he saw the entire field, and mother said, Did you count? Yes, and he said, One. One, 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 one. In his definition, there is no two, three, four, five. It's only one to become merged with Bhagwan. It's not a big philosophy. This was criticized. Refute. Who? What is more than one? Two. One small, one child was saying one day, I can just refute Mayavad in 1 minute. What's the big deal about it? How? Simple logic. Zero, one is bigger than zero, and two is bigger than one. So Buddhism zero prachar, Shankaracharya one prachar, and Vaishnav on top, Vaishnav Acharyas, Sri Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, they said not one, 1.5. Krishna has a form, Bhagavan has a form, Bhagavan has qualities, but our 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 non-difference with Krishna is more. Difference is less. And our Madhvacharya, who is the guru of our sampradaya, he said 2, not 1.5. Dvaitvad, 2. 2 means what? Master and servant. Das and Swami, master and servant. These two are essential. Everything has two. Jeev and Bhagwan. Jeev and Maya. Bhagwan and Maya. Bhagwan and Jeev. Everything has two. Not one, not 1.5, not 0, but 2. This is one philosophical part. Like Krishna and Radharani, they are one. From one they became two. Radharani came from Krishna, his energy, who is Radharani, Radhani Shakti of Krishna. Krishna's pleasure-giving potency of Krishna. And what they do together? Pastimes. They perform pastimes. Beautiful transcendental pastimes. So we went to Barsana. Who all went to Barsana? In Barsana, there is Chandra Sarovar. I speak this Harikatha again and again. Radharani said, Sham Sundar, describe the beauty of my face, how my face looks. And he came just from Chandravali's Kunj, and in his mind, Chandravali was in his mind, because Chandravali did seva, so in his mind, Chandravali was there. So Krishna said, Oh Radhe, your face is like moon, Chand. So he stopped. Basically, he couldn't speak the entire name of Chandravali, and he was just choking his wife. So he would say Chandrama, like Chandra. Chandra means moon. So he wanted to say Chandravali, but he said Chandrama. But sometimes he does it on purpose to tease Radharani. He likes to tease Radharani. He goes to Radharani and Chandravali, how are you? Radharani is also not less. She says, Kans Maharaj, I am very much fine. Krishna says, how am I Kansa? So Radharani says, how am I Chandravali? I am not Chandravali. But today when he said Chandra to Radharani's face, so Radharani used so many logics there. So you want to say she was dragging this like a rubber. There won't be end or any limit. And if you want to end any communication, any topic, then you can immediately do it. But she dragged it. So you think I only look nice in the night because the moon comes in the night. Nobody sees the moon in the day. So that means we perform kirtan, ras in the night, and only then I look beautiful. And during the day, I'm invisible. There's no beauty of mine in the day. This you want to say? No, no, I didn't want to say this. You're always looking beautiful. No, you said the moon. You compared my beauty with the moon. So I will use all the logics to explain my point. Second point, Radharani. First point, moon has no significance during the day. It only shines in the night. So my beauty is only for the night, not during the day. I fade in the day. Second point, moon has some marks on it. Where do you see marks on my face? Oh no, Radhe. No, third logic. Chandra, the moon, its size decreases gradually. And at last it becomes Purnima, full moon. Maharaj is showing his head when he is talking about the full moon Purnima. It's, I was seeing yesterday night the moon was looking so big and beautiful, and you can see sometimes in Jagannath Puri, our ashram is just so next to the ocean. On Purnima's night, it looks like the moon is coming from the ocean, and it looks so big. We see when it's up in the sky, then it becomes very small like a bulb. But in Puri, when it comes, it looks like, and we would show to each of us when we used to live there in Puri, in our ashram. So Radharani said, this beauty of the moon increases gradually. And what happens after Purnima? Amavasya means no moon. What happens in Amavasya? It's all dark. So you think you want to say my beauty increases and then decreases? Okay, fourth logic. Chandrama took birth from where? Ocean. During the Samundar Manthan, churning of the ocean between the demons and the demigods. So the moon came from the churning of the ocean. That means my mother Kirti the Sundari is an ocean. And what the first thing which came from the churning of the ocean was poison. So you want to say my my elder brother Sridham is poison? Your Sakha Sridham, my brother, he's poisonous. Vishaila, poisonous. So she gave four such logics, Radharani, to Krishna. Krishna couldn't handle this situation. He couldn't convince her. No, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I, by mistake, said this. What do you mean by mistake? Now you committed the mistake. You need punishment. You will be punished. Krishna said, whatever you say. All those objects in which you have pride, you bring them to me. First, he picked up more peacock feather from his throne. Second, flute, peacock mukut, Venu, or bring more. Radharani says, more. Pitambar, third. That also Krishna surrendered at the lotus feet of Radharani. Bring more. What else? All these, only these three things. Venu, peacock feather, Pitambar, yellow cloth. Radharani said, what about you? You are left. You did not surrender yourself. You only surrendered your objects, like Bali Raja. What he gave, what he did, he gave all his opulence to Vaman Bhagwan. And at last, what he did, Padam Tityam Kurusa Nivejam. Your third step, please put on my head. So Radharani said, I also know Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam starts from Shri. Shri is Radharani. So like how Bali Raja gave his everything to Vaman Bhagwan. Everything. Till now you only gave your wealth. Pitambar, Morpank, Venu. Now you surrendered yourself. Then Krishna said, Hey Devi, Smargar Khandanam, Murkshasi Mand, Dehi Pad, Pallab Udharam. I will do this also. Marshyasi Mandanam, Dehi Pad Pallavam, Radharani. Now I surrender myself at you. I put my head at your feet. It's a big thing. It's not easy. It's not easy to put. Jayadev Goswami couldn't write this and his hands were shivering. Many thousand years back, before Mahaprabhu, when Jayadev Goswami appeared, he used to live in Navdeep. When you all come for parikrama, we will take you to a place called Champak Hut, and he would live there with his wife and would see Krishna's pastimes. Please do come for Navdeep Parikrama. Champak Hut, that place where the house of Shripat of Sri Jayadev Goswami. He used to live there with his wife, and whatever he would see, he would write. Like how a real place, whatever he sees, oh Bhagwan, you did this, you did that. Shri Krishna surrendering his lotus head at the feet of Radharani. How is it possible? It's not possible. I can't write this. His pen stopped. His hands started shivering. It's not possible. This is my mistake. I can't write this. He stopped there and he told his wife, you make prasad ready. I will go for Ganga bath and I would come back soon. Jayadev Goswami went. His mind is disturbed. Oh, how could I see this today? Krishna keeping his head at the lotus feet of Radharani. How is it possible? So he's thinking and walking, and in the meantime, Krishna himself, he came. He took the form of Jayadev Goswami, and his wife said, you just went for a bath, you came back so early. No, I was thinking something, and just because I don't forget it, so I want to write it down. Otherwise, I will forget it. So better I write it now in my diary. So he sat on the same asan, Krishna, and with his hands, Krishna himself wrote what Jayadev Goswami could not write, which he was shivering to write, and Krishna wrote himself, Smargal Khandanam, Mam Shirasi Mandanam, Dehi Pad Palam Udharam. Geet Govind. Okay, now I'm leaving. Krishna left. In the meantime, the real husband, Jayadev Goswami, when he came, the wife was like, what was this which you wanted to write? Please tell me. You could have written it later, but tell me now. I want to know. When did I come? I said, I'm going for a bath in the Ganges. No, you came in between. You sat here and you wrote something. Then he thought something is wrong, something is fishy. He sat on his asan and he opened his that diary, that letter, and the tears started rolling from his eyes. He got Romanch. Romanch means spiritual excitement. Oh wow. Oh my wife, you're so lucky. My Brahmani means wife of Brahman. Today you took darshan of Krishna. I was not here. That was Krishna. He wrote himself, which I couldn't write. So it's proved, it's stamped, it's Smargar Khandanam, Mam Shirasi Mandanam, Dehi Pad Phallam Udaram. So the meaning is Krishna says, Radhe, this is the poison of separation, not able to meet you. This separation acts like poison, and that poison, when it gets on my head, Krishna says, this poison in my head, I will die. I Without you, I will die. So what you do, or Devi, Dahi Pad Pallav Udharam, or Radharani, your lotus feet keep on my head. Your feet are very much like nectar and very cool. Only those lotus feet can remove the poison from my head, because your lotus feet are like nectar. There's no other way. There's no other way. My only solution is you. My only solution is you. He folded his hands and he prayed to Radharani. Krishna, Dahi Path Pallab Udharam. I am begging to you. I am begging for your love. You keep your lotus feet on my head. Swayam Bhavan Shri Krishna says this. So where Radharani is, Krishna is like surrendered to that love. So who is superior, Bhagwan or love? Bhavan also becomes small in front of that transcendental love. Premai Radharani became helpless in that transcendental love. That is why love is topmost. सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई. That is why, let's come back to Venu Geet now. Yashoda Maya, the day she tied Krishna with a rope, his waist. Since that day, Krishna became famous as Damodar. Damodar means, Da means rope, Udar means stomach, waist. So he got the name Damodar. And from since that moment, we have affection, attachment for Krishna. There was no Venu flute at that time in Braj. The flute was not even there in Braj at that time. There was no birth of Venu. Then gradually Krishna, when he started going to the forest with his cows, that time this flute of Krishna got relationship with Krishna. Gopis are revealing their all history, memories. Or before this flute, it was our love for Krishna. It came later on that Krishna, when he went to the forest, then only then this Venu started coming in the limelight. It was not there earlier, but now this Venu is taking everything ours, everything which was ours. It was our complete right on Krishna's nectar. But this way of showing possessiveness on someone is because there is some love. This possessiveness is because of out of transcendental love. Okay, 1 hour is done. So fast. Hare Krishna, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.